Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast, where it's all about getting real around all things coaching.
And what we know for sure is that what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one's really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
All right, as we are following course on the power of choice, one of the ways that I know is a great way to feel empowered around choice is actually making decisions.
Yeah, totally. A lot of power in making decisions.
So the interesting thing is we often have a hard time making decisions. So it's about, do we do A, do we do B, or maybe we have too many choices. Maybe we don't know what choices we actually have. But decision making isn't something that naturally comes to a lot of people. You, on the other hand, are the queen of decision making.
I love making decisions. I love, and if you think about it, it's kind of silly, but we make decisions. We make so many more decisions than we think we actually make. Because even think about it today, right? You get up and you decide, okay, great, I'm going to get up at this time, or I'm going to put these clothes on. We make decisions all day long, and they're not necessarily life and death decisions that we make all day long, but I mean, now we're making some major decisions in our life. But even think about it. People right now are making decisions from whether, hey, do I cancel a vacation that I have planned for July, or do I sit here and go try to get, surgical masks to wear? Like, there's so many different decisions. And the thing is, how do you get comfortable with being able to make a decision and knowing and try? And I think so much of decision making, Jen, comes down to trusting yourself and the decisions that you make.
That's right. And so let's think a little bit about what's important with decision making. I know it's really about having a clear mind, really being able to have some clarity. And so one of the starter questions you can ask yourself or ask your client as they're trying to work through their decision is, what is really clear right now? What do you know? What do you not know? Like, those are three great questions to be able to get people to understand from a bigger picture. Are they showing up with a clear mind about what they're even deciding, why they're even deciding it, and what's important right now?
Jen, it's the key is that right now, and I think for right now, I mean, there's sometimes it's asking yourself, how do you make good decisions for yourself, right? How do you make good decisions when there's so much noise that's going on in the world? How do you make good decisions and just sit here and say, okay, I feel comfortable in the decisions that I'm making right now. And I think that a big part of it, and I know I make really quick decisions, and then sometimes like, ooh, okay, maybe it wasn't necessarily the best decision, but it's okay because I still know how I can rebound from whatever decision it is that I made. So I think that a big part of this is asking yourself, how do you actually get grounded? How do you actually almost slow down to make smart decisions? Because I don't know if there's the kind of quote unquote right decision, right? So I think what we need to do is we need to make the best decisions with the information that we have at the time that we have it, and not focus on what's right, not focus on, oh crap, what if this goes sideways, like we talked about in our last podcast. But it's being in the grounded moment of, okay, slow down, look at what's around you, and then pull the trigger.
It takes me back to about, probably 2 weeks ago or so. We were in a space of like, well, what do we need to decide to do? Do we do this? Do we not do this? What should we do? And blah, 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 blah. And what we realized is we were trying to make decisions with bad information. And what I mean is it was bad information because it was a Tuesday and we didn't need to decide until a Saturday. So by trying to force a decision without all the right information was just a head spin. It was a mind twist, right? So part of this, as you're working with your clients and working with yourself, is what's important about making this decision right now. So once, Kara, that you and I said, you know what, we're going to actually decide that on Saturday because we'll have more information and we'll know exactly what's happening. It took the pressure off. And the truth is we spent less energy overall on the decision, and we made the right decisions for us.
You know what, too? I think that the big part of that is this whole thing that's going on in the world right now is throwing people curveballs, right? So it's throwing the curveballs, and my saying is, well, if people throw you curveballs, then learn how to hit them. But what happens here is knowing yourself enough, because so many people find certainty in planning, and what happens is they make the decision, for example, on a Tuesday for something that doesn't happen till Saturday, because it gives them that security in the moment of Tuesday. But then it's Saturday and you're like, wait a second, this isn't the way to go. So it's understanding yourself, it's understanding your clients, and if planning gives them security, it's understanding how do you get that to actually work for them. And I know that yes, there's a lot of uncertainty out there, and there's a lot of people who crave certainty, but there's a lot of people who crave uncertainty. Mm-hmm. And uncertainty is not such a bad thing. And I think that it's almost helping people just understanding that uncertainty can be something that can really work for you. So with decisions, even if you make the decision on Tuesday and then saying, okay, great, we're going to scrap this quote unquote plan because now we have better information. Like, so what?
The power of choice is so important right now for people. And there's a lot of different ways that decision-making falls into that. It could be the decision to keep doing something or not do something, the decision to change your own perspective about things, the decision to let go of something. So there's a lot that comes into play here, but it's about what are the decisions that you need to make to help you feel more grounded during this time.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast. Craving more in-depth discussions? Check out the Get Real Inner Circle with our no BS in-crowd of coaches.
Join live coaching discussions, breakdowns of coaching calls, and have some fun while you're at it.
You're going to want to go to kickstartyouredge.com/inner circle. It's time to get real.